one of our newest cast members has a name that is extremely difficult for everyone. George Sucky is actually George Suki. Mystery in the Air was an anthology series based on the premise that it would be entertaining to listen to Peter Lorre go insane once a week. He played a wide variety of characters in many programs, but was typecast in the mind of the public as a horror movie icon. Mystery in the Air played off this image, taking some of the creepier tales from the classics and placing Laurie in the lead roles that allowed him to give intense, supercharged performances of men tortured and driven by dark impulses. The August 21st, 1947 broadcast was the Horla by French author Guy de Maupassant. I have trouble with them too. Guy de Maupassant. Thank you. Maupassant. This is the story of a man who becomes convinced that he is stalked by an invisible and malevolent being called a Horla. Whether the man is simply insane or the Horla is genuine is never really made clear.
Mystery in the Air, starring Peter Lorre, presented by Camel Cigarettes.
Ladies and gentlemen, there are two kinds of stories. Those that you can take to bed with you, and they relax you and put your mind at ease. And then there is the other kind. And our story tonight is the other kind. I still do not know whether it was the shadow of the madness to which the author himself so tragically succumbed, or whether there really was an evil something that could not be seen or described. Well, why don't you decide for yourself? I'm simply going to tell you the facts in the case as set forth by Guy de Maupassant in his immortal story, The Horla.
Each week at this hour, Peter Lorre brings us the excitement of the great stories of the strange and unusual, of dark and compelling masterpieces, culling from the four corners of world literature. Tonight, The Horla by de Maupassant.
Mystery in the Air, starring Peter Lorre, brought to you by Camel Cigarettes. Experience is the best teacher. Try a Camel. Let your own experience tell you why more people are smoking Camels than ever before. Yes, let your T-Zone experience what it means to enjoy Camel's Choice, superbly blended tobaccos. You know, your T-Zone, that's T for taste and T for throat, is your true proving ground for any cigarette. So try a Camel. Discover whether that rich, full Camel flavor doesn't just hit the spot with your taste, whether that cool Camel mildness doesn't get along beautifully with your throat. See if you too don't say, Camels suit my T-Zone to a T.
8th, 1889. What a lovely day it was. I spent all the morning lying in the grass in front of my house, the house in which I was born and grew up. It is a wonderful house, and I love it. From my windows, I can see the Seine, which flows along the side of my garden, the great wide Seine, which goes to Rouen and Le Havre, and is covered by boats passing to and fro. Down to the left lies Rouen, the whole city dominated by the spire of the cathedral and full of bells which sound through the air on fine days, even as far as my home. What a wonderful morning. I was almost sorry when Marie, she's my housemaid, you know, when she interrupted me.
Your luncheon is ready, monsieur.
Thank you, Marie. It seems a pity to go in the house. Do you like it here, Marie?
Oh, yes, monsieur. I like it very much. I love to watch the boats go by on the Seine.
You do? So do I. See, that big schooner, it's being pulled by a little tug. Look, it's no bigger than a fly.
Oh, isn't it beautiful? So clean and white and shining.
Yes. She's a three-master. Brazilian, I think. Yes. I see the flag. It is Brazilian. Oh, she has had a long journey from South America to pass my house.
Oh, you love this place very much, don't you, monsieur?
Yes, Marie, I love it. I can feel those deep roots which attach a man to the soil on which his ancestors were born and died, to the villages, to the atmosphere itself. You don't know what I'm talking about, do you, Marie?
No, monsieur. But I do know that if you don't come into the house soon, your luncheon will soon be cold.
All right, Marie. I'll come in. May 12th. For some reason, I have had a slightly feverish attack for the last few days, and I feel low-spirited and ill. I have continually a horrible feeling of impending danger and apprehension of some coming misfortune or of approaching death. I have never experienced anything like this before. If it continues, I think I will have to see my doctor.
Now look, I've told you, your pulse is rapid and your eyes are slightly dilated. Otherwise, you are in splendid condition.
But doctor, why is it then when evening comes on a feeling of oppression seizes me, just as if night concealed something horrible?
Probably just a slight attack of indigestion.
Indigestion! Yesterday, when I was walking in the forest of Romar, why did it seem suddenly to me that I was being followed? That someone was walking at my heels, close, quite close to me, near enough to touch me. And yet, when I turned around, I saw nothing behind me but the path between the tall trees. Horribly empty. Can you explain that by indigestion? Can you? Huh?
Here is the bromide. You will take it and several cold showers daily. I am sure your fears will vanish and you'll be able to sleep without any further trouble.
All right, doctor. Thank you very much. Who's there?
It is I, Marie.
Oh, just a moment. Just a moment. Yes, Marie?
Are you all right? You were screaming and calling out.
Was I?
It waked the servants.
I'm sorry. I must have been having a nightmare.
Oh, is that all?
Marie, if you dreamed that someone was looking at you, touching you, taking your neck in his hands, squeezing it with all his might in order to strangle you, perhaps then you would cry out too.
Oh, yes, monsieur. I'm sure I should.
All right. Tell the other servants I shall try to be more quiet.
Yes, monsieur. Thank you. Good night, sir.
Look, Marie. My water carafe.
Your water carafe, monsieur?
It was full when I went to bed.
Oh, yes, monsieur. I filled it last night.
Look, it is empty. I haven't touched it, and it is empty.
Yes, monsieur.
Somebody has drunk the water from my carafe. Somebody has been in this room. Something drank that water.
I don't know who could have, monsieur, unless perhaps you yourself, in your sleep.
Yes, of course. That's it. I must have done it myself. Marie, tell them to pack my things. I am going to Paris. I'm leaving the first thing in the morning. July 12th. Paris. I must have lost my head during the last few weeks. At home, my mental state bordered on madness, for I had believed. Yes, I had believed that an invisible being lived beneath my roof. How perfectly ridiculous it all seems now. 24 hours in Paris have completely restored my equilibrium. Tonight, I'm going to dine at the house of my cousin, Madame Sablé, and Dr. Parent is going to be there. He's the famous specialist for nervous disorders. I shall ask him. I'm sure he can finally put my mind at rest about this silly hallucination. Dr. Parent, I've been wanting to ask you, have you ever known of a case where a person feels that he is, how shall I put it, not entirely in command of his own soul?
It is curious that you should ask me that.
Curious? Why?
Because now, only now in 1889, after all these years, we are on the verge of discovering one of the most important secrets of nature. Ever since man has thought, he has felt himself close to a mystery which has been impenetrable to his gross and imperfect senses.
Whatever are you talking about, Dr. Parent?
Apparitions, my dear Madame Sablé. Invisible spirits.
Oh, you doctors, you're always being so mysterious.
Not at all. For more than a century now, men have seemed to have a presentiment of something new. Mesmer and some others have put us on an unexpected track, and we've arrived at some really surprising results.
Oh, you're just trying to frighten us.
Not at all. If you think so, would you like to try, like for me, to try to send you to sleep, madame?
It would be a novel experience. Oh, if you can do it.
If I can, it will answer your cousin's question.
Yes, it certainly would.
Now, madame, if you just sit in this easy chair, so. Now, let's just let your mind go completely blank and look fixedly in my eyes. That's right. You are going to sleep. 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 Going to sleep. Sleep. See? Her eyes are becoming heavy. Her mouth is twitching.
Doctor,
To
I do
sleep.
not like this.
To
It frightens
sleep.
me.
Going to sleep. There. She's asleep. An easy subject, I must say. Now, if you will stand directly behind her chair, I will proceed with the experiment. I hand her an ordinary pasteboard visiting card. So. Now, Madame Sablé, you hold in your hand a looking glass.
Yes. I am holding a looking glass.
What do you see in it?
I see my cousin standing behind my chair.
What is he doing?
He is twisting his ear.
But doctor, she cannot see me behind her by looking at a piece of cardboard.
Of course she can't. She sees you through her mind. Or someone's mind. This troubles you, doesn't it?
Yes, it troubles me.
But it answers your question.
No, it does not. It's an axiom that human beings can be dominated by human beings. But what if a human being is dominated by something else, something not human? What then, doctor? August 6th. I am back at home. I know now it is useless to struggle. Somebody possesses my soul and dominates it. Somebody orders all my acts, all my thoughts. I am nothing except slave and terrified spectator of all I do. Who is he? This invisible being that rules me. This unknowable spirit. This rover of a supernatural race. He must be a name. He must have a name. He has. I feel it. Someday it will come to me. Oh, if I could only leave my house. Go away, escape, and never return. But I cannot. This being I cannot call by name will not let me. I am helpless. What can I do? What can I do?
In a few moments, Mr. Peter Lorre will bring us the climax of tonight's Mystery in the Air when Camels presents Act 2 of The Horla.
Experience is the best teacher. Even thousands of years ago, that was an old saying. Today, sports champions like polo star Cecil Smith are living examples of its truth. Yes, as you see Cecil Smith streak down the field, see him hit a 60-yard backhand shot for the winning goal of the game. You know it takes experience to play polo like that. As Cecil Smith himself had said,
"Experience is the best teacher in polo, and in cigarettes too. During the wartime cigarette shortage, I smoked any brand I could get. Experience taught me how much I really appreciate Camels. They suit me to a T."
During the wartime cigarette shortage, people smoked whatever brands they could get. Remember? Yes, smokers compared the different brands whether they wanted to or not. People became experts in judging the differences in cigarette quality, and on the basis of that experience, more and more people discovered they preferred the rich, full flavor of Camels, the cool mildness of Camels. As a result,
more people are smoking Camels than ever before.
experience is the best teacher. Try a Camel yourself.
Now, back to De Maupassant's strange story of a man obsessed by the idea that he is dominated by an invisible being. Fear is ruining his life. The suspicion that he is no longer master of his own actions, even of his own soul, has become a certainty.
It is only 2 o'clock. The whole night is before me. Oh, how still it is. And the stars, how bright they are. Who inherits those faraway regions, and what do they know that we do not know? Will not one of them someday appear on our earth to conquer it? We are so weak, so defenseless. What was that? I heard the rustle of paper, yet there is no wind. Absolutely no wind. That book, the one there on the table under the lamp. No, it's incredible. The pages turned. The page lifted itself and fell down upon the others as if a finger had turned it over. My armchair appears empty, but no, it isn't. No, he is there. I know he is, sitting in my place, and he is reading. I can stand it any longer. I will grasp him. He ran away. He ran away. Before I could reach him, he ran away, and the window closed after him. He is afraid of me. Afraid of me? What do you call yourself, you evil shade? Whatever it is, someday I will catch you and crush you.
Oh, monsieur! Oh, monsieur!
Yes. What? What?
We heard the noise and we wondered. Another nightmare, monsieur.
No, not a nightmare this time. I was awake. Tell me, Marie, do you believe in invisible things?
Invisible?
Yes, invisible beings that dominate you.
Oh, I read an article about that in the paper today.
What did it say?
That somewhere in Brazil, I think, people are frightened, leaving their houses, saying they are pursued by invisible things which feed on their life while they are asleep, like vampires, you know?
Marie, that is where he came from.
Who, monsieur?
Don't you remember the day we saw the little tug pulling that big Brazilian schooner up the river?
We?
Remember, she looked so white, all white. And he was aboard. Yes, he came from there, where his race originated. And he saw me. And he saw my white house. And he sprang from the ship. Oh, now I understand. Don't you? Don't you?
No, monsieur, I don't.
No, you couldn't. It's all right, Marie. Go to bed. There is nothing wrong. Don't worry anymore. Go back to sleep. Now I know. How can I help knowing? It's obvious. Yes, the rule of man is over, and he has come. He has arrived. But what is his name? What do you call yourself? What's that? Now I know. He is shouting it out. The Horla. That's it. The Horla. He haunts me. He is within me. He is becoming my soul. I shall kill him.
There, monsieur, the iron shutters on the windows and door are complete. So why anybody wants half-inch iron shutters in their bedroom is more than I can see. Well, at least it will keep everything out.
I don't want to keep things out. I want to keep something in.
Eh?
Never mind. If you're finished, take your tools and go. My housekeeper will pay you.
Yes, monsieur. Good day, monsieur.
Good day. Now I am ready. Tonight he will come. But tonight I am ready for him. I am ready for him. He is here. I feel it. At last he is here. But I don't want to alarm him. I will casually close the iron shutters, as if I am preparing for bed. Now I will start to close the iron door, as I am shutting myself in for the night. But instead of shutting myself in, I will shut myself out. It's done. He is inside. He cannot escape. Downstairs, as fast as I can run. Good, the lamp is still burning. Fire, fire, that will dispose of him. Fire. The house is dry as tinder. It won't take long. See, the flames are reaching the ceiling already. I'd better get out before I burn myself up too. Here I can watch from here. How slow the house is burning. You don't suppose? No. There, a tongue of flame licking out the top of the window. Another and another. See it burn. My house, my beautiful house. But it is more beautiful now in flames because he is inside and he will burn too. And I will be free. Free of the Horla forever.
Fire! Fire! The house is on fire! Get some water!
Yes, it is burning. Let it burn. Now, the whole place is in flames. Nothing can stop it.
That's Marie in the garret. They'll be killed. Stand back, all of you. The roof's going to cave in. Poor devils got to get some help. Maybe we can get them out of there.
Look, it is lighting up the whole countryside. A monstrous funeral pyre. And he is burning too. He, my prisoner, that new being, the new master, the Horla. There, the roof has fallen in. It is over. That is the end for him. He is dead. But is he dead? No. A spirit would never fear premature destruction. But we fear it. All our human terror springs from that. And then, after man, what? The Horla? Yes. After us can die any day. By any accident comes he who can die only at his own proper hour. Because he has touched the limits of his existence. He is not dead. What can I do? What can I do? There's one thing I can do. I can destroy myself. Yes, I must destroy myself. No, no, let me go, let me go. I know I am Peter Lorre. I know it's a story. It's by de Maupassant. Yes. Oh my God, I know it's Friday night. And we are on the stage here in this Riverside Township Auditorium in October 2017. But it's the Horla. Oh, I beg your pardon. I'm very sorry I got so excited. But I warned you at the beginning. This was a very uncomfortable story. The artists supporting Mr. Lorre tonight were Morgan, the voice of mystery, was John Byhan. Marie was our own Ellie Babica. Madame Sablé was Sue Gadzinski. The doctor was Tom Duggan. Dr. Parent was Marty McNulty. The blacksmith was Jay Summerfield. The man was also Jay Summerfield. Both Chandler and Anderson were Kathy Juarez. Roy was George Suki. All members of the cast made multiple ad-libs in this story. And I, Andre Dixon, tried to play Peter Lorre.
This is the NBC National Broadcast Company.
Laurie's powerful performance and a good script made for a magnificently eerie 30-minute radio program. It's a pity Mystery in the Air didn't have a longer life or that more episodes didn't survive, because it really is entertaining to hear Peter Lorre go insane once a week. We would like to thank Riverside Township for sponsoring the Riverside Township Radio Players, now in their 19th season. Our technical crew, Lorenzo Cordova on video camera, and John Gelsomino on the sound box, make it possible to show our programs on cable channel 6 and on YouTube on the internet. Part of my fun as a director each October is trying to find programs that will have fantastic sound effects as well as an engrossing storyline. Marty McNulty, our sound effects expert, works hard and does a fabulous job of keeping the story's atmosphere right for the Halloween season. At the same time, he manages our internet website, www.riversideradioplayers.com.
Riverside Township.
RiversideTownshipRadioPlayers.com. Yeah. That's why we need him. Where you can see and hear many of our past programs. Goes back through almost 10 years of programs. The Riverside Township Radio Players heartily thank Supervisor Vera Wilt and the trustees of Riverside Township for the continuing support of our efforts to entertain. And now, a few words from next month's director, Sue Gadzinski.
Hi, next month we're doing a show that I will be the director for, but I can't take all the credit because it was Andre who actually found the story. He was hoping to do it tonight, but we ran out of time for all the stories that he picks that are so good. So I hope to do it next month. It's a story, I'll give you a hint, that talks about the Fountain of Youth. Is it good or is it bad? Well, we'll have to see what the story says. We are meeting next month before Thanksgiving. It's not the last Friday of the month. It'll be Friday, November 17th. Same place, same time, 7:30. Thank you.
We hope to see you next month in November. We'll be here at 7:30. Come and bring some friends. Good night and happy Halloween.